Welcome to Unfiltered Three, spilling the tea with
Cece,
Autumn,
and Bree.
Hi, friends.
Today we're going to have a little fun and play a game. It is called Let's Get Deep with Friends. And it is by the same creators as What Do You Meme? And it kind of is a question and answer game that makes you think. And we played it during girls' night, well, girls' weekend. But we thought that you guys might enjoy playing with us too. So let's see how this goes.
Yeah, it was really fun during Girls' Weekend being able to. We just bought these for fun, maybe make it into a drinking game or something like that. And it just helped have us have these deep conversations that we like having. It just gave us the prompts. And we thought, this is perfect to use with the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just creates that natural conversation, and there might be questions in there that we wouldn't think to ask ourselves that you guys can learn about us and then us about you when you share it in the comments of any social media post. Just saying.
Unfiltered 3.
plug. No, just kidding. So I'm excited. I think that we're gonna have some really good conversations coming up.
Yeah, the cards, the cards best because you read the instructions that night, but there's 3 different sets of cards. What are we looking at?
Yeah, I think it's like deep, deeper, deepest. I don't know.
I think that's right.
Giggity.
Exactly.
Icebreaker, deep and deeper.
Okay.
That's what it was. I had to look at them, guys, because I couldn't remember. But we don't have the cards separated into 3 piles like you normally would. We are just going to pull from the deck because, the icebreakers are nice. They're like, probably like, how someone so well and like all about their trauma and their history and their journey they went on, but then you don't know their favorite color.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that creates a nice flow too with not going after deep
Yes.
deep,
Yeah.
kind of having that break.
Yeah. Yep. That little relief. But yeah, normally you would put them in the 3 separate piles and you would just choose whoever's turn it is, just chooses what deck they want to pull from. And I believe it starts by the last person that texted into the group chat.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a group chat and you're playing with your group chat besties.
That would be you laughing at my...
Oh, yeah.
I didn't make it inappropriate at all.
Yes. No. Smirking? That's not an innuendo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cece texted us letting us know that she was coming over, but she only put coming. So I just wrote a smirk. I mean,
Get that darn smirk face.
But I saw it like 10 minutes after.
Yeah.
And we were all together and I just looked at Bree and I have really loud facial expressions. I'm going to say that. And she instantly knew what I was, what my facial expression was referring to. She just started laughing. So yeah, let's get into the game.
Yeah, let's get deep.
All right, let's see here. I'm gonna pull a card, and I got a deeper card to start with. Okay, if each of your friends was an animal, what animal would they be and why?
Oh,
I don't know. Like each of our friends, like out of the 3 of us.
Yeah, let's do the 3 of us.
Okay. I feel like we're all a certain type of cat. Like we're all cats, but we're all like a different type of cat.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're a black cat. We already know that. It's almost like fitting. You're definitely like an orange cat, but like an orange tabby cat to be exact. But also can see like a white Persian cat too.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, I guess I don't have to do myself. I'm like, I have no fucking clue. A Bengal cat. I don't know. I feel like I'm always getting into shit.
Mischievous. Yeah. Little troublemaker, but like adorable.
But I can
Yeah.
also like relate myself to Maiden, who's Maine Coon.
I could see a tortie.
Okay, yeah.
Because you
Oh.
have kind of that mix of like you have that outgoing, what's it called, extroverted energy sometimes, right? Where you can be really friendly. And then there's other times that you kind of want to retreat and have that self
Okay,
time.
yeah, I could see that.
So the tortie to me is like the different colors, the
Is
different.
is a tortie like a calico? Is that like what you see, or is it like just straight? I'm trying to think of a cat that you and I would know.
I don't think I know any torties or calicos in my life.
Oh my gosh, calicos, they're hot and cold, man. I've never met a calico that was just straight nice all the time. I mean, guys, share your experiences. Yeah. Yep. Same thing. Okay. Yeah. I'm friendly until I want to bite. Just kidding.
Definitely cat.
So yeah, and I'm sorry if I sound a little stuffed up. My 7-month-old nephew was visiting last weekend and decided to leave me with his cold. But I got baby snuggles, so it was all good.
Yeah.
Worth it.
But yeah, no, I think I go with that. CC is a mix of orange tabby and Persian. Like if they had a baby. CC is the kitten. What the fuck?
It's the fog brain we got going on here.
It's because Derek calls you Sia still.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I'm around Derek, I call you Sia.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was talking with him about people going to the wedding and then like the afterglow for tomorrow. And we had left off talking about you, so now it's Sia in my head. I'm like, Cece.
All good.
But yeah, no, Cece would be the kitten for those two cats.
I see that.
Oh, little baby kitten.
Now, I have a question. I feel like there's two ways you could play this game. We each say what we would think on the card, or only the person on the card answers the question. I kind of like the idea of hearing what you guys think. Or at least if you want to tell me what animal you think I am.
I'm thinking.
An iguana. No, just kidding.
Well, I was like, what loves lounging on the beach and sunbathing? And I'm like, but like.
So I'm a seal.
It's more in line what I pair with her.
What?
A koala.
Oh.
But not in the clingy sense. I know people who think, koalas, they hug on and cling to you. But
That is not me.
No.
Yeah, no. It's just like the happy faces that they have. Like you're very warm, inviting energy, and that's kind of the same energy that they give off to me. And then, they're in a warm climate and they get to
I would visit
just hang
Australia.
out all
Just
day.
saying.
And then Cece, I have a very specific reference for you. So you might not know. But an Italian greyhound specifically, at least, like, I'm referencing Jenna Marbles ones because I know you can think of them as like really scared, timid, like Italian, just kind of
Yeah.
thermits. But it's more of like the poshness of them. Like they can just be, they're a little quirky.
That's definitely me.
But they are also like just really happy go lucky, but then they are also can be shy and timid. Like to me, I just see the full range of emotions with them. And I only have Jenna Marbles what's it called? Italian greyhounds to reference that.
And they're tiny. The
They
little
can be.
ones. Hers were tiny.
She has a big one now.
Oh.
They do rescue greyhounds. That's where they got their first
Okay.
one, Bunny, that they own, and now they foster.
What was its name?
Kermit.
Because I instantly thought of a frog when you said Jenna Marbles' dog. And I was like, why am I thinking of Kermit the Frog? And that would be why that was its name.
I'm trying to reference you other than a cat. And I'm like, it always just comes back to a cat.
It's very fitting.
Yeah.
I love it.
Like, I saw you as a deer at first because the forest and kind of nature and standing in the sunlight and being, that. I love deers.
Mm.
So I just see that. But you, I just keep coming back to a cat. I don't want to like steal your idea, but like totally just coming back to a cat.
It could be a different type of cat. It could be like a Black Panther type cat. It could be a tiger. If I had to be a
Oh
cat, I'd be a
man.
tiger,
Oh, uh, that's a good
personally.
question. But I always feel like I'm some sort of wild animal, like a leopard or something.
Yeah, yeah. I'd be like
In another
a white
life.
tiger, though. I don't want to.
A rare one.
Bengal tigers are beautiful, don't get me wrong, but I want to
Mm-hmm.
be like a Siberian tiger or something like that.
Those were my favorite growing up.
Yeah, they're pretty, really pretty. Also, one of my favorite one of my favorite book series is based off tigers.
Pull another card.
Yeah, I think that it's whoever's next turn. Whoever's turn is next.
I got a deep. Have you had or do you have a frenemy?
No.
A frenemy?
A friend and enemy. A friend enemy. Friend and an enemy. My brain had to figure that out.
I'd say I had frenemies in high school for sure. My school was very cliquey, and I really only had one or two like genuine, deeper friendships. There were some people that just I was their safety net to them, where they would be friends with me when the other people were busy or having conflict with them or whatever. And then as soon as they were back on good terms, I was just left in the dust.
Yeah.
And then I also had friends where it's just kind of like they were friends with you, but they were also kind of trying to compete with you. And then it's like the hierarchy within the friend group, trying to be the top girl in the friend group, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like frenemies could be a big branch term,
Yeah.
but I think I definitely had those kind of friendships.
I think I'm like such a vibey person with people, so if I get any kind of that vibe, like I immediately don't want to be around you.
Yeah, I'm the
Especially
same way.
like now in life.
Yeah.
But even back then too, when I was like insecure and wanted to be friends with whoever and liked making friends.
Yeah.
I still like vibe. If I didn't vibrate, I wouldn't go back to their house, or I wouldn't like I would still be friendly, but we wouldn't be like friends. We wouldn't talk or anything like that. But I think my closest encounter with something like that would have been one of my past jobs. I had a coworker who was just so icy and then hot. Like you just didn't know. Like one minute I'd be like, okay, we're friends. Or not like friends, but like friends in like a coworker aspect, I guess.
Yeah.
And the next minute I'd be like, okay, we're not cool. And it was just such a roller coaster that, yeah, I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah,
But I think
that's exhausting.
it is.
Yeah.
It is exhausting, especially when I'm such an authentic person and I just, like if you don't like me, that's fine. It'll bug me. I'm not gonna lie. It'll bug the shit out of me because I don't understand. But I'm not gonna pester you. I will respect that. And I almost like the truth. Like, don't do I don't even know without getting fully into it. But I would say that that's my closest encounter to a frenemy.
I definitely used to. Like you said, high school, you go through that, you figure out. But no frenemies now that I can think of. I really don't think I have any, but tolerating people in my life, that I have. So you have to keep certain relationships throughout your life that maybe you don't really want to, but there are ties. I definitely have a couple of those. So does that fall under frenemy? I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to I know what frenemies are, right? It's that person that's kind of fake friend that you kind of had that disagreement with, that you're friends but you're not really friends.
Well, it's like you don't like each other, but you're forcing yourself to like each other, is almost like what it comes across. Like it's a superficial. It's a superficial friendship. And I don't like those. I don't jive with those.
Yeah.
It's a gray area I don't know how to be in, and I don't want to be in.
Or like they're using you for something.
Yeah, that's where my brain goes. Always.
Yeah, that would.
I don't want that shit in my life.
No, who does though? Like that's the thing. Like who Why?
The people who maybe strive off of being
Toxic?
toxic, but calculated. That's where I was going.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can be calculated and still be authentic, though.
I feel like what I'm picturing, because I'm relating it back to high school, right? So I'm picturing it's parents who are like, you have to be the best, you have to wear the best
Yeah,
clothes and
yeah.
do the best things. And so they kind of put that competition in their
Mm-hmm.
heads and that's what they learn to do. And hopefully they grow out of it as they get older. But
Yeah.
You just need that one genuine connection to kind of be like, oh, this is what it's supposed to be like.
yeah.
I need more of that in my life.
But they also have to
Yeah.
be able to recognize that genuine connection.
True.
And build
And
that genuine
as I
connection.
say, most times it scares them and they don't. They're like, oh, I don't know that. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they go back to the superficial relationships.
I definitely had a moment in my life where I met another female that I got nervous with. I thought, oh, she's being too nice to me. Why?
Mm.
Yeah.
And that creeped me out
yeah.
until I sat down with her and I just was like, I'm uncomfortable with this because I don't quite understand it. And I realized she just wanted to be my friend and was being nice. And I wasn't used to that in life. I was much younger.
Yeah.
But I definitely had a aha moment of that's genuine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I used to, when I was younger, I would get tired and like drained. And it comes from like the being introvert and extrovert kind of thing, but like also I think that those conversations or those relationships were just so hard for me to maintain because they weren't authentic. And so in later in life I started to realize, okay, that's what's going on here. You like, or even like the concept of not every relationship is going to happen exactly when you want it to. So like I've had a friend in my life who we've been getting closer now, but when I first met them I was like, "Oh, we would be really good friends."
Mm.
It just didn't naturally happen then. And I didn't push it. I didn't rush it. I was just like, you know what? If we're meant to be friends, we'll be friends. The relationship will happen on its own natural course.
Mm.
And it did. And that's awesome. And I'm grateful to have them in my life. But it's like, I had to have that realization of like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, my body was actually telling me,
Yeah.
like, hey, this isn't for you. And that's okay.
Yeah, I relate to it so hard too because especially moving out here, there were a lot of nice people.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a part of me that just, I knew it wasn't true and I didn't believe the voice, but it was just like this voice popping up inside being like, that's too nice. They're being fake. Like they
Yep.
don't
Mhm.
actually like you. And that voice, I'm just like, why? I at least was able to recognize it instead of fall into it, but I'm just like, why are you there? Where is that stemming from? But yeah, I think that definitely relates back to the frenemies.
Mm-hmm.
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 For sure. That was a good card.
Yeah, it was.
It was deep.
But we got deeper.
We got it deep. Ooh, what's something that you don't get the hype about and why?
Mm.
There's a lot I could say to that card.
I'm a slow thinker, so this gets me thinking about things, and I'm like a triggered thinker too. So during conversation, I think of things better
Mhm.
versus when my anxiety kicks up because I'm like,
I have to answer this
Yes,
question.
answer this right now. Answer this and be good.
And then
Right.
your mind's like, I know what I want to say, blank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
The words
exactly.
are gone. What are words?
As soon as the conversation's over, oh, that would have been
Yes.
perfect.
That
Or
happens to
at
me
like
so much.
2 a.m, you're like, God damn it, I should
Yeah.
have said
Yeah.
that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
What was the question?
What's something that you don't get the hype about? Why?
I laugh because I would normally say Crocs.
I
But
mean, that is kind of a true statement.
But I've recently started wearing Crocs, and now I get the hype. But I think most trends,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, why?
Some of them, yeah. I mean,
Most of
well,
them. And then you try them out, and you're like, oh, yeah.
I know. That
I get
happened with
it.
me with the crop top. I'm like, I don't really want to wear the crop top. And then I thought, if I want to wear the crop top, fuck what everyone else thinks. I'm going to wear a crop top. And yeah, so that's where I'm at now. But as for something else, sometimes it's like combat boots for sure with fashion. I love them, but I think it's more of my brain going, that's not comfortable to walk in.
That's not true.
I've never owned a pair, so maybe that's why. It's always one of them things you need to try
Yeah.
before you really form a
Yeah.
decision.
Like Crocs. I just had one and I can't remember. Okay, I don't get the hype around bullying people. How about that?
Ooh.
I mean, that's a good one.
Like, I don't understand why we rip each other down when we could just be building each other up. And like, that's the hype, is to rip each other down. Like, oh, you did that? You're such a badass bitch. No, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not nice. Be nice. Just be kind. It goes so much farther, both in their heart and in yours. Just saying.
Yeah. Those digs feel good in the moment, right? They're getting that anger out on someone else, and there's no consequence if it's like comments online or something. It's just a slippery slope.
But you know what feels better is when you hold back those digs, because you can place that it's not them. You're triggered. You can go through that whole thing, and you can choose not to say that, and you say something kind instead, and it's so much more fulfilling. Because I used to have that issue. I used to lash out because I was a people pleaser. So I would be like, I would hit that moment and where I just couldn't take any more.
You're done.
And I would lash out and it would be mean. It would be mean. And I learned that no, that's not okay. I had to unlearn that behavior from my childhood, and I had to realize that like just saying something nice or not saying anything all, or like moving through that feels so much better than that 10-second, not even like a second triumph feeling that you almost feel when you do something that way.
It also attracts just more negativeness in general. I also had a time where I just was lashing out, and just it was like the 1 year that I was on Twitter. It's dangerous because I was just letting all my thoughts out, and it got political because it was during when this is a trigger warning, but a lot of shootings happened, and I just let my thoughts out, and I didn't have any filter, and I didn't even think about what I was saying or what impact it was having, and it just got darker and darker and darker, and I don't really know what all pulled me out of it. A lot of different moving parts on my healing journey happened. But man, it just sucks you in. It's
It takes over. It takes over your brain. Like, it's all you think about. It almost spirals you down.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I just hope people who are in that kind of place are able to take a step back, take a break from it, delete the app, whatever you have to
Hell yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Remove yourself from it. From that alone, you will feel better. Like just not having that around you and not having the impulse to put something out, just taking a break, and you'll feel a lot better.
Yeah. I was off all social media for 10 years, and it definitely helped control me now. Where I wasn't so concerned about what everyone else was doing on Facebook, on Twitter, on whatever. And I was like, why don't I just make myself happy and do things I want to do? And I don't care about, it's not that I don't care about sharing. It's just, it's my life. It should be about me and be positive.
Yeah. Build yourself up.
Yeah. Things that make me happy. And now I think that once I got to that point where, okay, now I can look at other people's and not feel that jealousy of, oh, their life looks so much better. Now I'm like, great for them. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me what you're doing, because now I'm in a place where I truly care and want you to do well.
Yeah. It feels so good to lift other people up.
It really does.
Yeah. You really feel it, that like celebration of their success. You're like, yeah, I'm so freaking happy for you. It's awesome.
I love that. I love stopping people and being like, I love what you're wearing, or, you have a really pretty smile. I
Yeah.
literally stop to say things. And I'm like, I'm not a lesbian, but you look hot today. I will stop a random woman and say this because it matters. Because I've been stopped and told, I love that, and it boosts my day. So think
Yeah.
about when I stop, that could make their day. And I want to do that. No?
I'm just thinking in my head how I would react. I'd be like, thank you.
I've never gotten a weird response.
I'm sure. But I would be like, thanks. Oh, it'd just be so awkward.
I think
From
you're
like a stranger.
Like,
From you guys, I'd
I
be
don't
like,
get
oh, thank you.
aggressive.
No. I just, that would be it would be like, oh, social interaction from someone I don't know.
you don't think your masking would kick in?
I think
Like,
my
it-
masking would kick in the fact that I would be like, thank you.
Yeah, and then once you walk away.
And then I'm going to be like,
Oh shit, now I'm like, did I just ruin that person's day? I didn't.
no. I'm sure you didn't. And if anything, that's probably something that they need to hear more if they have that reaction.
Mhm.
But it's just that's what my reaction would be.
Even if it's something that like a week down the line you wear that outfit again and you're like,
oh, for
this is
sure.
cute.
You're like, oh, hell yeah. I got
Mhm.
compliments in this outfit.
Mhm.
I want to wear this again.
Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely. It's a confidence booster. It would just make me awkward. I am not most people though, so.
Yeah.
But yeah. So from that conversation,
I was like, I
what
don't
do you
think we
not get the
answered that
hype?
at all. I don't think we really answered this question, but that's all right. I come back to things that are like, I don't really want to dive into that or whatever.
Mhm.
I don't want to get that deep on this
Yeah.
this time.
Only deep.
Only deep, not
Not deeper.
yes. So besides clothes and stuff, I don't know. I can't think on this
What about
one.
like a food one? You like
I
you're
do
such a
love
foodie.
food.
What's a food hype you just don't get?
Besides like crickets, but I get
Like
see, I get
celery.
that.
I don't understand you guys.
I like celery.
You like floss. You like fiber floss.
It's like a really light, refreshing little crunchy snack.
Oh, I can't. Y'all, I cannot. I hate celery.
The stringiness gets to me.
It's the texture, it's the taste. If you put celery in something,
Mhm.
I will know it's in there. People will be like, celery has no taste. I'm like, that's incorrect.
Okay. One thing that people eat that I do not get, trigger warning, is brain. That creeps me out.
I feel like that's an obvious.
It is an
I
obvious,
feel like that's
but
like,
it's like,
why is that a hype?
but like
you don't have
fine
anything
dining,
else?
they put it in a lot of things in fine dining, and I don't get it.
Oh yeah, like the
We watch a lot of chef stuff, so
yeah, and a lot of I don't want to like specify one culture because I'm not really sure, but I know in a lot of like noodle dishes they'll have like those blood cubes.
Mhm.
I've never tasted it. I can't comment on how it tastes.
Yeah, see, I've never tried
The
it either
idea
because
of it though is very foreign for me.
Mm.
It's a very foreign one.
So that's my why.
But celery is disgusting.
Comment below if you like celery like me.
I like celery, just not raw. I can't break it off cleanly, so it just strings out, and I'm just like, I don't want to deal with you.
I get that. I mean, the strings are really annoying, so you got to get them out. But
Or sharpen my teeth.
I just
Interesting.
imagine you with like all shark teeth.
Yeah. I don't remember who in my life when I was younger, but they would make like that ants on a log snack.
Mm-hmm.
And I would take the raisins off, scoop the peanut butter, and leave the raisins in the celery.
That's so
Sounds
funny.
about right.
Yeah, no,
Mm.
gross.
I used to love peanut butter and celery.
You know
I
what
don't
I
like the
liked?
raisins.
Carrots and celery. Yeah. No.
I was
Carrots
like,
and
wait,
peanut
I'm
butter.
very confused by
Carrots
that.
and peanut butter. My brain.
I'm even more
Ah.
confused. More confused on carrots and peanut butter.
Carrots and peanut butter is delicious. You should try it. Although I don't really like carrots anymore, but it was good.
All right.
Oh my God, and this thing that I
gotta try
recently
this.
saw, going on a little tangent, but like all of our readers, in case you didn't know this, I watched a video either on TikTok or YouTube, I'm not sure, where they melted the peanut butter and then ate apples with it. Apples and peanut butter.
I
With
get that.
melted peanut butter.
Mhm.
I thought that was brilliant.
Mhm.
You thought of melting it. I'm sitting there trying to scoop that shit on and it slides right off.
In theory, it sounds good, but the smell of warm peanut butter makes me gag. Ugh. John will have a scoop of peanut butter in the
Sia
middle of the
doesn't-
night.
Sia doesn't understand the hype of peanut butter.
No, I wash that spoon. I'm like gagging as I wash it because hot peanut butter smells nasty to me.
Delicious.
You're talking to a room full of peanut butter lovers.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I like peanut butter. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just
Yeah.
that warm peanut butter smell. I don't. There must be something in there that happened that I can't remember.
True. I don't know about Brie, but I know. Well, we do know about Brie. We know she was a condiments household.
Yes.
Yep.
But I used to sneak the jar of peanut butter upstairs with a spoon and hide it under my bed, and that would be my midnight snack.
If we had peanut butter, that would totally be the best snack I could get my hands on. My parents didn't really keep peanut butter though, because they're on a very strict dietary restrictions due to some medical things. But so my snacks were like vinegar
Mm-hmm.
and bouillon cubes.
Yeah.
If I got lucky, a handful of chocolate chips.
Mm.
Those are
Yeah.
the good days.
My mom is a peanut butter lover. She'd have peanut butter toast before dinner every night. So there would be nothing else in the house, but peanut butter would be in the house, and I'd steal that bitch and eat it.
Cinnamon sugar toast.
Derek likes that.
Yeah, that's a good late night snack.
Derek likes that. He likes that a lot. He eats his bagels that way. I looked at him weirdly the
Oh.
first time he did it. I was like, I
That's
never
a
thought
bagel.
of that.
Yeah, I've only done it on toast.
Mhm.
My hype that I don't get is celebrity sensationalization when it comes to like the news, the tablets, the not Polaroid, what is it called? Paparazzi, and following them around for terrorizing them essentially. The way that there's not really laws protecting celebrities, and it's all because we want to read up on every detail of their life that isn't any of our business.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's a good one.
Mhm.
That is
Yeah.
a good one.
It's always bugged me.
Yeah.
I grew up on Britney Spears and watching all of that happen to her, and
Yeah.
I was awake to it the whole time, and it disgusted me.
Well, look how it affected her.
Well, and I recently saw like Taylor Swift, for example, in New York City. She can't go outside of her house.
Yeah.
Like when she lives in New York City in her home there. She can't go outside of her house. There's literally people outside of her house at all times. To me, that is so strange.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it is.
I would be
It
like,
is.
what do you think you're gonna see her? Why do you want to look through her windows?
What are we looking
through?
You're looking through her windows. Oh.
Taylor does have some good winders.
Yep. The words are wordsing. I'm sweating, y'all.
Yeah, me too.
I'm keeping
Why
that
are you
one.
looking through her windows?
That's
'Kay.
creepy.
It's weird.
Creepers look through windows.
Peepers.
Oh, peepers look through windows.
Peepers peep in the window.
Exactly.
Peepers be
Creepers.
creeping.
Don't do it.
Peepers be peeping. Sorry.
And then there's YouTubers, and the press not treating them as celebrities, and they're still experiencing those big crowds and not being able to leave their house. And then there's also parents finding out where they live and bringing their kids over to their house to stand outside their house. Like
That's
these-
weird.
It's it's wrong. It bugs me so much. Like they are still people. They
Mhm.
deserve their privacy.
Yeah, just like you would want yours. Like you would hate that if
Oh,
someone
yeah.
were like, you were to open up your door and see people outside. And you can't open up your door and walk out your front fucking steps and down the lawn into your car without 6 bodyguards around you, keeping people from touching you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From touching you. That is so strange to me. Like, I watched a video, and I don't remember who the chick was. It was a woman. One of the movies that just came out.
But why would you want to go up to literally a stranger and touch them? I totally don't
so
get
it's like in the video, at least that I was watching, it's like a red carpet type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And people are literally like reaching their hands out and like trying to just to touch her. And I'm just like,
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm never washing this hand again type energy
Yeah.
that you
why
see
are you
around.
doing
The
that?
crossing of a fan to like an obsession
Yeah.
almost.
But it's like, well, like what Bree said, why is that societally okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why as a society are we like, yeah, keep doing that?
And
That's allowed.
and
Mhm.
heavily monetized.
Oh yeah,
It is
on
such a
all
big
news
market.
platforms.
Yeah.
When there's just so many other things out there in the world that could be on the news.
I get liking someone. I
Mhm.
get putting them on a pedestal to a point too. Like you can
I-
idolize someone
yeah.
without overstepping that.
Yep. They can be an inspiration to you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you can even, like, when you see them out in public, because, you know, they are people, they are going to run into others. So long as they are open to it, saying hi and like certain people asking for a photo or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
I can understand that. But like, don't invade their space.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stay out of their space.
Yeah, you're not entitled to it. If
Mm-mm.
they're not being a rude celebrity, if they're protecting their space and like they don't have the energy for something, I get that. I'd be in
Mhm.
that space sometimes for sure. And it's just there's entitlement there. There's
Yeah.
I've never gotten it. I never will get it. I
Hope it changes.
I watch the media with a protective eye as if I have any say in it.
Mhm.
If there was something I could vote on, I would to help them, but I almost have to keep up with the media to see what their story is versus the truth of what's actually happening and just seeing
Mhm.
that difference. And it's just like, it's
Mm.
disgusting to me. And people believe it. They just fall right into it. And
Because you see it everywhere. And what you see everywhere, you're like, oh, I got to believe that to be true because
Yeah.
I don't know any better. I don't know that person. I have no other context. I have no other information but that. So that's what I heard. That's what I'm going to believe.
Yeah.
And it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
And it can ruin someone's career. It can build someone's career. Like they can
It can
get
ruin
famous off of
someone's
that.
full life.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. And hopefully, you know, all I can do is hope that as a society we start to get away from those types of habits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for
Maybe
sure.
this will open up some conversations to people. Like maybe it is too far,
Yeah.
because that's all that needs to be done. A conversation needs to be had.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope someday that there will be laws in place protecting them.
There should be.
Mhm.
There definitely should be. Yeah. So it's my turn now, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, I got a deep. What would you say is relationship goals? Okay. I'm going to do a romantic relationship and a platonic relationship
Mm.
separately. So, romantic relationship would be, it doesn't really have an image in my head. It's more so a vibe of like safe. I kind of want to always be around you. The communication is there, the growth is there, the authentic, deep conversations are there. It's just more of a vibe. It's more of like a personality mesh. Like, do we mesh well personality wise, or do they mesh well personality wise? Like those are relationship goals for me.
Mm.
Do they lift each other up? Do they grow with each other?
Mhm.
That type of thing. And honestly, pretty similar with platonic friendships. But with that, where I'm opposite at least, is like with my significant other, like I want to always be with them. But with my friends, I need space. Like I need to have time.
Mhm.
And that time frame can change. It could be like, I just need a couple days.
Mhm.
It could be like, I need a week. It could be like, I need an hour. Like it changes.
Yeah.
But that would be me personally. I'll probably have more to say once you guys say your stuff, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't think
Yeah,
of
exactly.
that.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. When it comes to romantic relationships, I recently saw someone say we're in a collaborative healing project together,
Hmm.
right? You both are healing, you both are going to trigger each other's wounds, but it's how you respond to that, how you grow together with that, that truly builds that partnership. And having that communication, and it's not always going to be 50-50. Some days one person's going to have more low energy than the other,
Hmm.
and it's just that give and take of like stepping up and being there for each other and having that balance. And yeah, I really liked that perspective of that collaborative healing project.
Hmm.
You're in this together.
Yeah, I'm a team person for sure. Like I want my partner to have my back.
Hmm.
And then more the when you said growing, of course I
Mm,
want to grow with my partner. I don't always want to be the same, but I want there to be a understanding.
mm,
Like that's you and I still love you for you. And I one of the things I do love about John is that we have arguments as per everyone, but we cool off, we wait a minute, and then we'll say, I'm sorry that this happened. I'm sorry I did this because I know I pushed it too far.
mm.
And then we have that conversation.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it so much. I'm not used to that. I'm used to having some downtime and then me thinking about things, but not having an actual conversation with someone and be like, all right, I feel like we're growing. And
Hmm.
that feeling's so great. I must
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, and growth is not, I think I say this almost every podcast, but growth is not linear.
Mhm.
You're and very similar to what Bree said, like it's gonna be give and take. It's gonna have that up and down. Like when you're down, they may be up.
Mm,
Mhm.
And when you're up, they may be down. Sometimes you may be up together, sometimes you may be down together. But it's just knowing that you have that constant support and that you're both still growing. Like not one is staying stagnant
Yeah.
while the other one grows. And then because you're always growing and with growth is change, you're changing from each other. So it's just like being able to have that consistent growth.
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
I guess it's my turn.
Well, I saw this smirk. What?
What is the most romantic thing you've ever done?
Oh, I'm excited for this.
That's hard because I'm very sappy, and I was very sappy when I was younger, like hopeless romantic, doing all the corny things. I did with Andy when we first started dating. I got one of those big, giant, like as big as your torso type cards for Valentine's Day, but it was before we told each other we loved each other yet. So it was like 10 things I like about you. Cuz I knew, but I wasn't saying it yet. I can't say it first. So it was all the things I liked about him, and it was a very very sappy message where I just wanted to say I love you, but I couldn't yet.
Hmm. So this is like how you were romantic or how you had a romantic thing happen?
What's the most romantic thing you have done?
Mm.
Um, I don't know. I was in a very toxic relationship for a very long time. And then with my current one, which I've also been in for a long time, I'm not like I'm not like romantic in that way. And like I guess before Derek and I started dating, I made him a collage of
Mm,
like a bunch of photos of me and all of our friends and
Mhm.
stuff like that, and he hung it up. But really he was the one that was most romantic to me when we first met. But me, I'm like, I'm gonna like fold your clothes for you. I don't know, I'm gonna do whatever you don't need to do to like not be stressed out or whatever. Like that's more so what I would do than like a dinner with a candlelight
mm.
and stuff of that nature.
That collage just reminded me of something else I did though. On Andy's and my first year anniversary,
Mhm.
I made a YouTube video for him to a song where it starts with something about growing old like your parents, and it's just this very sappy love song. And I asked for younger pictures of his grandparents and their parents and like as many younger photos as they can. And I did this full collage. And it's just this YouTube video to sappy music of like, we're gonna grow old together and we made it through the first year and I love you so much.
That's cute.
What about you, Cece?
So I'm a gift giver. I try to pay attention to what people say they like or whatever, and that's my kind of way to show love a lot. So any Sean likes X-Men and Wolverine. So like I got him a really nice one of that and I liked it. I got him a couple like vintage shirts, stuff like that, but nothing. Well, okay. So I think the most corny thing I do is stare at him. And it sounds weird,
Aw.
but like I almost relive like a moment in my head and like I'll give him the I love you eyes. And then he looks at me like, what are you doing? And then he realizes what I'm doing and he kind of is like, oh, but yeah, I don't, in my mind, I don't think I'm being romantic, but I mean, it's kind of nice to be looked at like that,
Yeah, it's a nice moment. It's sweet. It's romantic. It's loving.
Yeah. What?
You're
I
just,
agree.
yeah.
I was like, yeah. I didn't know if there was more to say.
Do you ever
I-
look at Derek that way and just give him the romantic eyes?
I don't know. You gotta know, my facial expressions are happening before I've processed what I'm doing, so I don't know. I'm sure I have.
Mhm.
Mine more is like when I'm like the physical touch aspect. When I'm feeling like very loving for him, I want to
Mhm.
touch him.
Mhm.
Be like, okay, give me a hand or your arm. Or like I have this thing, I did it with my grandma where I play with their arm fat. I don't know why. Don't ask me. It's comforting. I don't know.
Mhm.
But I only do it to people that I'm like, I love you.
It's like a sensitive area, so yeah.
Yeah, I used to do it to my grandma a lot.
Oh.
And so yeah, and I've been doing that to Derek. And he's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know.
Aw. That's so cute.
But yeah, no. I mean, I definitely like to buy him things. Like because like Derek's not like John just
Mhm.
doesn't buy things for himself, right? So I've bought like Derek tickets because like Derek loves magic and
Mhm.
comedy and just like loves shows like that. Like he really wants to go to Vegas because he wants to see those types of shows and stuff. And so I've bought tickets to like our local casino and taken him out to like those types of things. I think that was our first Valentine's Day. I took him to a what's that show? Impractical
Yeah.
Jokers.
Mhm.
Took him to an Impractical Joker show and he was ecstatic. So like maybe like big gesture type thing.
Mhm.
That would probably be it. But I had it
Yeah.
like in a card and it was a surprise. And then the following year, I love him to death. The following year he tried to do it back to me. He even got like he requested that day off for me through my manager. And I was
Oh.
like, why do I have a second Saturday in November? Like, this is so weird. I worked retail. Like, you didn't have weekends off. And so I was like, I have a second Saturday. Why do I have a second Saturday? And like, I was trying to switch with someone, and Shay was like, oh, they're busy. I was like, okay. And then Derek ended up telling me that he got tickets to some clairvoyant show, which is I find the love that he wants to spend that time with me, but I thought it was funny because it's something that he absolutely loves to do. Where I'm like, I love to do it because he likes to do it.
Mhm.
And so I thought it was funny. But he went as far as, and he's like, he's definitely been the more sappy romantic, I guess,
Mhm.
than I am, for sure. I get awkward with sappy things. Like, the fun little tidbit when Derek and I first met is back in 2012, and we were friends at the time, but he was smitten. And he got me flowers once, and I feel like such an ass now. But I was like 18, didn't really know what was going on, didn't know how to react, didn't know what to do. And he got me flowers, and it said, there was a little note, and they were on the hood of my car, and it said, I'll love you till the last one dies. And the last one was plastic. And they sat in the back seat of my car till they died.
So cute.
Because I was like, oh, we're just friends and like my parents. And if I bring this in the house, my parents are going to ask questions and like full anxiety mode of like, I don't know how to navigate the situation right now. And yeah. And he used to write me letters and stuff. Yeah, it's very cute. Very
So
cute. But yeah, he's definitely more the sappy romantic than I am. I'm more reserved in that way, I would say.
Yeah.
Icebreaker.
This is an icebreaker. What is your favorite type of cheese? You know I love cheese.
Well, I was like, oh, that's, and then I was like, oh, but Brie. She can talk about
I
when she
love
was
a
vegetarian.
stinky cheese. I love blue cheeses. Gouda's not stinky, but I do love a smoked Gouda. But blue cheese would probably be my favorite.
You talk about cheese like you talk about John.
Well,
I would love a smoked Gouda.
The foodie in me comes out, and I'm like, oh, little food, little mozzarella, pearls, mozzarella, your little caprese salad. All right.
I need a whole podcast episode of just you talking about cheeses.
Yeah. Just start naming foods off, and I'll tell you how much I love them.
I love like a sharp white cheddar.
I knew
That's
you were
probably
gonna
my
say that.
favorite.
I knew you were gonna say
But I
that.
like sharp, like extra sharp. Like the more almost like bitter it is, the better I like it.
Goat cheese.
Ew.
I know you hate that.
I don't hate goat cheese. I just can't eat it on its own. I can't eat it on its own. It's too much on its own.
In a salad?
But like in a salad with all the other fixings, like, and I mean like a hearty salad.
Oh yeah.
It's so fucking good.
There's one. Oh, so good. Mixed greens, lobster, steak, goat cheese. It's these red vinegar soaked onions. It is so flippin' good. I love it.
This is where we say that Cece, what is it? She has caviar tastes on a tuna fish budget.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, sugar snap peas, carrots, tomatoes, a little egg, some rotisserie chicken. You know, I like my rotisserie chickens. Some dressings, and just like anything out of your fridge into a salad is good. We used to do that. I don't know, when I was growing up. It was yummy.
I used to eat a whole bowl of just like spinach and be like, this is a spinach salad.
Gross.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
I went through a phase.
That's very healthy. Nice strong muscles, just like Popeye.
Yeah, sure. Sure. As I
Yeah.
tap my non-existent muscles.
So, Bria, I'm interested to know, one, what was your favorite cheese before you went vegan? And two, what's your favorite vegan cheese?
Well, we didn't really experiment with cheeses very much growing up. So I've only really experienced like the sharp cheddars,
Which you don't like?
Ingredients household, it was a snack of mine.
Okay.
Especially the extra sharp. I get that. It's like that like pungent flavor. I did like blue cheese. It skeeved me out for a while, but I do like did like blue cheese. I didn't know about the mold aspect of it. So I was like, oh, this is really good. Oh, that's mold. And then I got over it.
All
and then
cheese really is, right?
It's
if you think
aged.
about it a lot,
Yeah.
it's mold. Tasty, tasty mold.
But yeah, that's all that we really had in the house was like the cheddars, the mozzarellas, sometimes blue cheese. Never tried it. Well, my mom liked cottage cheese.
Nope. No.
They also had ricotta cheese.
Nope.
Oh, ricotta.
No to both of those.
Smoked ricotta. Oh. Oh, I want it right now. Oh, so
and
good.
she is hungry.
I am hungry.
No.
I am. This is not helping.
Oh no.
I can taste it and I'm like starting to drool.
Favorite vegan cheese would flavor-wise would be the Gouda. I don't know what real Gouda is like, so I can't compare it.
I know. I'm like, I
but-
want to taste this now.
I'm not a Gouda lover. Not on its own. Like you can put it in a mac and cheese, like 3 cheese kind of thing. Like that's really good, but like on its own, I do like brie.
Oh, she's all right.
But like the brie cheese
Oh,
with
yeah.
the jam,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
that's good. But it's got to be like at the right temperature. There's a certain time where then it starts to solidify a little too much that I'm like, oh, I can't eat this.
I agree. And anyone out there, brie with fig jam is phenomenal.
You don't like figs?
Mm.
Is it like the peaches?
Mm-hmm.
I love peaches too.
Peach season right
Peaches,
now, and
peaches.
I need to go get some peaches because I fucking love peaches. I'm so sorry that your taste buds and your likings deceive you.
Yeah. Picky with fruits. But so my parents had the dietary restrictions. It's mostly my mom that has it. So my dad for lunch would have a little dessert to eat with his lunch. And, me being a kid trying to find things in an ingredients household, of course, I'm going to try and sneak away a couple cookies. But if he got Fig Newtons, he was safe. Those were all his.
That is not a dessert.
I grew up with those. I love them.
I stayed clear.
No, my mom was like, these are healthy. No, they ain't. But sure.
See, I'm like borderline with you with like the fruits being a dessert, unless it's like a macerated fruit. Like with sugar and everything over like a pound cake kind of thing. I can do that. But like fig or like I'm not even that big of a pie person. Unless it's like a chocolate pudding pie, I'll eat that. Or a peanut butter pudding chocolate pie, I'll eat that too. But like blueberry, huckleberry, whatever other berry is out there, strawberry, blueberry, I think I already said that.
I will eat all the pie.
Peach pie, whatever. I'm just not a pie person.
Warm fruit.
Yeah. Warm pineapple is really good though, but in a savory way. I like it in a savory way more than I like it in like a sweet way. But now you want to give me like cheesecake with the fruit yummy on top? I'll eat that. I'll eat that. That is my favorite. But it's got to be like certain ways. It's got to be certain ways.
I think we need some recommendations, or at least I do. Please give me your recommendation. If there's a good stinky one too, please, I want to know.
Give us good, like if you have it out there, good vegan cheese recommendations. Because I feel like that would be an avenue I would like. We do a lot of like grazing boards and charcuterie boards kind of thing. And I would totally grab you like good vegan cheese and just not use the other stuff because like the other stuff tears me up. So
we'll have to take a trip to Weggies.
Yeah. I want to try some too. We should do that. That'd be fun.
We should.
With a glass of wine. Maybe the next Tipsy Tarot. Let's do it.
Just like,
and you just hear us munching.
Yes. Brie would love that.
Yeah.
She would be so happy
all right,
with us.
We eat before.
She'd be thinking the happiest thoughts about us right now.
Yes. You listeners are safe from misophonia sounds. Because I have it and I will not, I can't do that. But yeah, I think with that was, we got deep. We didn't get deeper or deepest too much. We got pretty deep though.
Yeah. But if you want to hear this again, let us know. We'll ask a couple more questions or whatever next month, maybe. See what happens.
Yeah, and let us know on our socials at Unfiltered 3 what your answers are, or maybe some questions you have for us to get deep with.
Yes, definitely share. Thanks for joining us on another episode of Unfiltered 3. Remember, we release new episodes every Monday. But if that's not enough, connect with us on our socials at Unfiltered 3, where we can uplift, inspire, and embark on this journey together. Thank you for listening and for being a part of our community. Until next time, take care and keep shining your authentic light. Bye, guys.
Bye.